Welcome to Beer Disciples. I'm Ross Quintana, and this is another beer we're going to review. So I'm pretty excited today, actually. We're going to be reviewing a beer from a brewer that I've heard about, but I haven't reviewed a beer from theirs, Hair of the Dog Brewing. So we have here today Ruth American Pale Ale. So the brewer's Hair of the Dog Brewing Company, they were founded in 1993. They're out of Portland, Oregon. And the style is American Pale Ale. I just did another APA a little bit ago that was delicious. Shouts out to Bitter American. 21st Amendment, good session ale. Anyway, normally the American Pale Ale is going to be there's no set standard, but generally they're a good balance between malt and hops. So you have American versions usually being kind of a little more hoppy and a little cleaner, while the British are a little bit more on the malty side. So this one in particular has some really cool characteristics about it. Number one is that it's well, it's got quite a few things actually. It's bottle conditioned, so it's basically re-fermented in the bottle. So there's some basically some yeast, and what it's going to do is it's going to then allow the beer to last longer. It'll mature longer over the years. You can have it in the bottle even at room temperature, and it'll kind of add to the character, the flavor character and everything of what the beer is doing. So that's one thing. Also, they use organic malts, which is another really cool thing. I don't think very many other brewers are doing that. And it's unfiltered, so compared to some of the other APAs, you're not going to see probably this type of pour. So I'm excited about that. I've heard good things about Hair of the Dog, so even though this is probably one of the not as popular, I guess Adam and some of the other ones that they put out are a lot more popular, but I thought, we'll start with the worst. If the worst, I wouldn't say worst, but if the lesser is wonderful, then I'll only have greater expectations and spur me on to try some of the others. So let's crack this baby open here. And the ABV on this is 5.6. It says 4.5 by weight, and if I'm understanding, I've seen on the website, I've seen all kinds of numbers. I've seen 5, 5.6. It says 4.5 by weight on there, so I don't know if that's different than by volume, which is what I'm thinking it is, because I'm pretty sure it's 5.6. So not sure if there's a different standard there. If you know, you feel free to comment on the video and let me know. Anyway, IBUs on this are 40. Another fact that's hard to track down. A lot of these brewers just aren't putting all their information on the website, but let's take a look at this pour here. I like to kind of go down the middle and get some good action on it. Wow, that looks pretty impressive. And I'm wondering if on this one, because it's bottled conditioned, yeah, I need to, there we go. I thought so. I was like, wow, that's really clear. They've said how cloudy it is and unfiltered, but I left a little in there, swirled it around and poured it in, and now, yeah, you're definitely getting all that. You can see all that yeast and cloudiness that you pick up there. And I gotta say, wow. I mean, not only was the pour pretty impressive, but just in the way that I poured it, like the lower section of this glass, it's a little bit clearer, and then it gets real meaty up here. You've got a very soapy head, not much lacing. Of course, I don't have a lot of room on this, but it's very soapy, big bubbles. It's pretty impressive. As far as appearance goes, I mean, it's kind of exciting to look at, so I'm going to go ahead with a 4.5 on that for appearance. Let's get a look at the smell here. Oh yeah, you definitely get that yeasty Um, Slightly bready, but more yeasty. Some hops coming through there. I couldn't get a big swirl on it because I poured the whole thing in there. But you can get that citrus and some grapefruit in there. Pretty excited about that. I'm going to say smell for me, solid 4, no question. Let's check out the taste on this baby. That's pretty impressive. Wow. That's a really good flavor spectrum. I haven't really dug that deep into the APA style yet. I've tended to be a stout man. Um, that's really pretty good. Balanced. I'm getting the wonderful malt. You get that real good balance in that sweet malt body, some hops in the back end, the citrus, little grapefruit. Almost getting like almost like a hint of peach almost. I don't know if it's quite peach, but it's just really good. I'm going to say on this a lot of body and depth, a lot of things going on, but with good separation, which I can really appreciate. And you could see it in the glass. A lot of times I say what you see in the glass, a lot of times translates in the mouth. So I'm going to say on taste there, for me, it's a 4 or 5. There's no question on that. So let's take a look at mouthfeel on this. Yeah, you're getting kind of a medium body, kind of a almost syrupy, medium light syrupy body. You can definitely taste the drying when it's done, and it's not really hop. It's you're getting that drying, but it's or that drying. I said it twice here. I've only had 2 sips. What a lightweight! You're getting that drying effect. But with a lot of with IPAs and stuff, a lot of times that hoppiness, that astringency comes in. With this, it's actually really good. I've heard some people say it's really grapefruity, and I'm not getting a lot of grapefruit. As a matter of fact, it's in a great balance with that malt body to really make it enjoyable. So, it has this nice drying effect. So mouthfeel, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4. And Rate Beer has this as a 90 overall, 94 for the style, out of 677 ratings, which is pretty good. I think slightly above Beer Advocate, which has it as a B rating out of 293. And I've kind of seen this rated up and down. Like Chad's Beer Review, I think rated it low, 7 out of, or average, I guess, 7 out of 10. Beer Geek Nation rated this high in the category. They didn't give it a specific rating, I don't think. But I really like the review on this. He does a great job, and he really put this up high in the category, and I have to agree with him. I think they did a great job here. So, drinkability, I'm going to go with this easily a 4, maybe a 4.5. Some other local options if you're in Eastern Washington, Washington State. Bitter American, 21st Amendment. I just reviewed that. Really solid, great, smooth. Definitely lighter than this as far as the flavor palette. Dale's Pale Ale from Oscar Blues, number 5 on Rate Beer for this style, number 46 on Beer Advocate. You can find that around town. Sierra Nevada Pale Ale on a Beer Advocate is number 11 on their list. Haven't tried that. I'll be picking that up. I've heard now a couple times that that's pretty good, so I'll be checking that out. And then Fresh Hop Pale Ale is number 7 from Great Divide on Rate Beer, and number 12 on Beer Advocate. So it's one that was probably the most consistently high rated on both sites. So I'll be picking that up and reviewing that too. And then Lagunitas Correction Ale, number 10 on Rate Beer. So there's some to try if you like this style, some top rated ones that you can find locally since you can't find everything on Rate Beer and Beer Advocate locally, I try and give you an idea of what you can look for that is highly rated, so you can check it out. But you can find this. I've seen Ruth in multiple places online or around town. So I would definitely check it out. Overall, I'm gonna say this is going on one of my suggested beers. Hair of the Dog, Ruth, pretty solid. And you can join the conversation online at Facebook. Just search Beer Disciples and comment below. Beer is social, so join the conversation. Doesn't matter if you're an expert or you're brand new. Craft beer is here to stay, and it's just going to keep growing. So if you have comments on the beer reviews, you like what we're doing, you don't like what we're doing, if you have some beers you want us to review, leave comments below, or you can email me at thebeerdisciples@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Any suggestions? If you want to be a guest on the show, you're in Eastern Washington, in the Spokane area, bring a beer by. We'll review it on camera, and we'll review it. If you want to bring us a beer and you don't want to be on the show, we'll take your beer too. So until next time, I'm going to say cheers, and I'm going to enjoy this beer.